Well, Russell T Davies has said that he believes anyway that Doctor Who has not severed its roots to the past, and that even though this new series is in collaboration with Disney, that the show is still very much part of its roots. He says that it's he can prove that it's still part of the roots by bringing in old characters. Um, he said that I'm going to go down here and go look through it. He's speaking to Doctor Who magazine. He explained why it was important for him to use a classic character like Suketh, so fans would know the show hasn't changed. He said, I remember Nicola Schindler, a producer I work with, getting so excited about Agatha Harkness arriving in WandaVision. She thought it was the most brilliant reveal ever, Davies said. I asked her, do you know who Agatha Harkness is? She went, no, I have no idea, and I'm fascinated by that you can introduce a character from the lore who a modern viewer doesn't know, and yet they still get the thrill of it. Davies continued, being on Disney Plus now, this is a very deliberate choice to bring back an old BBC enemy. We've even cast the same actor to prove that the show hasn't severed its roots. To delve into backstory is a very fine thing. That's thrilling for new viewers, and for old viewers it's a great reward. I would say it's not so much of a great reward, but anyway, we'll carry on. He said, you're guaranteed that the internet will do the work for you. In the old days, you could feasibly have said, will people know who Suketh is? Now it's on our website, it's an Instagram post, you type the word Suketh, and there's an entire Wikipedia article full of its history. I don't think that the problem here is the old characters. I mean, you can bring back the old characters, nothing wrong with that. It's, we've seen the Daleks many times since Doctor Who came back again, and various other characters such as Cybermen. But just because you have an old character, a legacy character in a show, doesn't mean that the show is still the same. It doesn't mean that the show isn't, is better or is as good as it was before, because all you're doing is bringing in old characters. It's like with the Acolyte, you've got Yoda appearing at the very end of the series. That doesn't make the show better because you've got Yoda appearing at the very end of it. It's just, it's just putting these things in there to get people to watch the episode. The older fans to watch the episode. Yes, the newer fans won't know who it is, or they will be because they'll be able to, Google it and whatever. But it doesn't make the show better. It doesn't make the writing any better. It doesn't make your interpretation of the show any better. All it's doing is trying to do a bit of fan service because they think that that's all they can do. And personally, I just think that it's, Suketh to me was a bit of a damp squib, to be honest with you, in this series. But obviously, it depends on how they use them. I mean, they've done some appalling things to the Daleks since the series came back, but I'm not going to go into that. That's a talk for another video. But it's just because you bring a character back, a legacy character back, doesn't mean that it improves the show. It doesn't mean that it's still the same show. You're just putting old characters into a show that has no bearing on it at all. It's like putting Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street into Friends. It doesn't, just because you put them into this show, it doesn't mean that they're still part of the roots. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you think about this whole situation, and don't forget to subscribe for more pop culture news, views and reviews, and I will see you next time.